Dun-dun-dun. Let's see if this works now. The Psy Tai Podcast looks like it pops right on. So y'all made it to the Thai side. That's where you combine your mind with your heart, see what your gut mind is saying, connect all those three circles and let whatever come out. Just come on out. We got a special guest today, but it's been a while, so I hope that y'all been doing very, very well. Very well. Terrific. Elections, everything going on, magic, new senses, clairvoyance. Times is changing, times being handled in the way that y'all know how we do over here. So I thank y'all for coming on by. And as well, Oregon legalized mushrooms, psilocybin mushrooms. So without further ado, thank you for coming by. We got a special guest, Jazz. We're gonna talk about mushrooms. Y'all know, just conversations. So let's go. Let's see if I can turn this around. And I'm gonna share this page. Hey, there you go.
There I am.
There you go, Jasmin. I'm gonna share this page real quick. But this Jasmin, this is my family. And I had a whole bunch of psychedelic experiences with her. Y'all heard it a lot if y'all tune into the channel frequently. All the way back to the LSD days when I used to run around in the woods just trying to figure out what's going on with these things. That's what was going on. We was all in the mix. All right, let me copy this. Sharing this on the Discord. Discord won't be open today. But we will move on. So, Jazz, how's it been going? How's it going?
So
There we go. Work this L up.
Here, I'm Jasmin. Okay.
You can just talk to me. You don't gotta talk to them.
Alright, well.
Just tying.
Things are tied.
Yeah. We've been here at nighttime. We had that experience a couple days ago. Little mushroom, just took a little mushroom and just went all in.
Yeah.
But that was cool though, being able to go out in the dark. Cause yeah, being out in Chico, right, as opposed to being in Philadelphia.
Yeah,
but how was it for
absolutely.
you? How was it for you?
Yeah, being that solitude, dark outside, it's like, nothing. So that is one thing that the dark, that is a given. Down to it, have them all around, rocks and all types of constructs and life everywhere, and darkness. The dark allowed able to go through the system. Whoever's know that these things that really,
Yeah, especially when you on mushrooms.
yeah,
Cause in the dark, if you just not,
gives you that.
yeah, if you ain't on no mushroom, you in the dark, it's kind of like trying to find a child to go into sleep, something like that. But yeah, on mushrooms, being in the dark, I felt that you're able to
absolutely.
put your imagination on what's in front of you.
Right. Yes, exactly.
And this is still weird too. This is the first time I ever had anybody on the show, a physical person that's like in the camera at the same time. So this is a big step up. Big step up. Thanks for coming by. I've been trying to get her on get you on the show for a long time. I keep talking to y'all because I'm used to talking to y'all, but this is a conversation between the two. But if y'all write in the comments or things like that, we all here to tie along and tie this all together. Y'all know how it is. Yeah.
But yeah, like darkness. All the elements different. Properties that are all so relevant. They have different
Mm-hmm.
air because it has purpose.
Not too strong, something mild, something. But yeah, purpose.
Yeah, absolutely. That is art. That is.
And this time, because I know I like to talk about the come ups of mushroom. Like, how much did you take? If you can like put in the grams or
Well, I took
10 stems.
right. Well, I mean, around that number, it might have been over five. Might have been. No, I gave myself an
9 stems,
acknowledged
right?
number. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
I unidentified the number
Mm-hmm.
intentionally.
Yeah, that's what been happening. The True started that. He got a YouTube channel. He said, "Man, I don't even like looking." Well, he ain't started, but in my voice, he's like first one that started. I'm just gonna take a handful. Then I ain't gonna count. I ain't gonna put on a gram scale or anything. Just take it until I
Yeah,
feel like I
sometimes
had
it's
enough to
loose.
get me to where I'm trying to go,
You just
or
gotta
didn't
take the
even know where I
process.
was going. That feeling,
Yeah,
it
it's
just pops up.
delicate. So you just do it.
Yeah, yeah. But this time, that's why. Oh, I had the honey. I was something ran through my. I had the honey too, and that was like a un. I didn't know how much I was taking, but that was a cool experience because I didn't have. I like taste or nothing, so it was like I just tasted heat, and
Right,
then just
not
was
thinking
on,
about it. Right,
just blown out of my mind.
right.
Rudy, you better wait, Rue. But no, this is what I'm glad that I got the show going on. That we got this going on. Got to finally get you on. Talk about stories. We talk about this story, anything, anything. Because wow, how times come together to make things work at the perfect moment, at the right moment, and we go like in the trip. I remember in the experience. I remember we kept talking about jumping into remembering. Then we was getting who we were, like in the
Right.
sense of not forgetting who we were. Like I'm Ty, she's Jazz, but like who we were as like something on higher, like the
Right.
higher mindset, the magicians and stuff
Right.
like that. Remember
Right.
that?
Conversation we had about
Almost.
having sometimes the weight of like when
That's better.
reality the universe does take on um keeping certain order, and you have to find yourself to you have to find yourself that to self crazy joke like as you're working out whatever matters, and we come to this point or something that's direct on what we mean, because we're keeping
Yeah.
so that way it somehow it's helping us make that situation
What is?
tangible or more valuable.
Who's helping it?
Um, being indirect, kind of like more like talking about earlier, having like an unidentified number,
Yeah.
and not being direct because there are parts of the our parts have not identified, so we're allowing ourselves
See what it is.
yeah
Like
you
how
know,
you know you like this
yeah.
much until you have this much.
right
Or like this little till you
right
just
to be
experience just
able to
having that
accept
little.
be accepting reality.
Like how you know your favorite color blue? Like when I
Right.
was a kid, I swore I just liked blue. And then when I tried to expand off blue, all I did was just start liking different shades of blue. Oh, I like
Right.
sky blue.
Right.
My favorite color, baby blue.
Oh, okay. Yeah, exactly. Like, because you're evaluating more than that color, identify more about, like, the more like how to use that particular situation, you know, a lot of times I have ourselves. So I'm not trying to know like the same. When we try to find something that's kind of
Yeah.
indirect to that, it's the we're all connected. So
I see
just
what you
find
mean
something
now.
that's like that that you can through be able to help bring back. So it connect
The way I'm
because
looking, yeah,
you
go ahead.
know.
The way I was looking at while you was talking was like it's like we got this higher mind state, this higher thing that's working at play, and us here we forget about things. So we try to make things so precise and
Right.
try to think about what needs to happen here and here at like the at the 0.0000001 like precision off the charts.
Right, but
And still like we don't really know what's going on really. We just guessing. But really our higher mind know what's going on.
Right.
So going with that in that looseness, that randomness, I be seeing is like tapping into the chaos, the randomness that is the universe. Because random, like we hear, like just we was talking about atheism earlier, how people believe people can be like how can people be atheists and stuff. I was thinking about randomness, and that's something that the atheist does go off of. That's right. That's the randomness of the universe. Oh, we just came here by coincidence because this collided with that, collided with that. I'm like, yeah, it is kind of like that. It is designed, but still, it's a clashing of ideas and thoughts, and like we in a like a kind of simulation, and we just things on higher looking program this reality to see how things go when you put this idea into the universe, then put that one over there, and then they meet up 10 years later, and this group build up a civilization, and they live in like this whole social media, and then they meet this other social media, and then they try to clash, and they like, no, we just straight Facebook, we still MySpace. But it's cool how we just came. I'm fixing this mic. My bad. Holding the camera. Still figuring this out. But yeah. To be able to do this. Because mushrooms, man. Like you saw how they legalizing it everywhere in Oregon. Oregon and DC. Like how they decriminalize it in the capital, but not the rest of the states. Like if it's the capital that's policing everybody, the federal government. But yeah, if you in on the federal government grounds, you can get away with it. Like that's some loopy reality stuff. Like how my idea clashing with their idea. Like, but what was they thinking? Like that solution just doesn't make sense. It has to be legalized everywhere. If it is going to be legal in the capital where they're going to lock up everybody else up at. Yeah. Irony. Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that word.
I like.
Let me look up that word iron. I like to do this sometimes on the show. Whoop. Look up the like origin of the word. Irony. Wow, yeah, irony from the Greek simulated ignorance. Didn't I just speak that up? There it is right there. Then I just speak that up. Simulated ignorance. I said, how they just gonna act like that don't matter? Because it was part of the simulation. Like the clues, the ticks just be clocking all together. That's wild. The irony of things. Oh, oh man. Oh, I got a question. When did you first, even though I've been talking to you for a while, just so the folks can hear some of your story, how did you first run into psychedelic plant medicine? How did your journey start?
Oh my.
Uh-huh. Wait. Yo, go ahead. Mic up. Oh, I was there for that. And for the second part, the second hit you had, or blunt you had. Was you with Devin the first time?
Yeah, what stuff? No, it wasn't Devin, but it was somebody that was somehow really significant, that you knew was significant. But to me, for some reason, they had other connections with people that I knew, like very well through high school. Her dad was pretty much what got me into
baby dad. Pass the joint over. Like, come on, we gonna get through this. So how was that? I know it was extreme in the beginning.
Wow, my friend Jasmin, my best friend. Jasmin.
Try to talk as loud as you can. Or I'll move this closer.
Miss Parker Carr.
There you go.
No. Yeah, she was there. It was her. I don't know.
Yeah, you said you seen colors and stuff.
Oh, well, no, I don't know. I was going, I didn't know. It's just to be introduced to, like, reality in a way that you haven't thought of, a certain mindset or mental flow that you haven't tuned into, like, ever. Like, and experience is what, but somehow I knew I was safe. I didn't, because I mean my.
Once you win it, you win it.
Well,
sometimes.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's my consciousness, my collectivity was there, coherent enough to have security. I would see people. Yeah, I remember I would see people, and then I would hide the fact that there was something that I felt like there was to show. Right? I was like, do the not high look. Right? So I see family and people walking by. I'm aware. You know, I felt okay. I was, kind of dipping for my friends in a minute while I was sitting there thinking about how I was thinking and feeling how I was feeling.
Some good cannabis will do that to you. Good weed. Especially your first time. My first time, I was talking loud.
Right.
I was with my cousin.
Right, indoors.
Yeah, I was indoors and I was talking loud, and they said you're not whispering. It's like talk a little lower. I was like, oh, sorry. I didn't know.
Right.
But I loved it as well.
Oh,
I had the thought patterns going on.
Right. Yeah.
But what happened after that? Like,
oh my goodness.
Because I was there, so I know some things.
Mm-hmm.
I was seeing colors off a smoking tree, and different realities and everything. Because people don't think cannabis is a psychedelic, or that it's classified as that. But in high enough doses, we all heard this run from Joe. But I've been getting into edibles a lot more. You see me in the kitchen. The edibles will really get you with mind and tuned into space.
Right.
Where you have to buckle your seatbelts or just be ready to play with the cartoon that is life, and not just the standard practices. Gotcha.
Oh damn! Gotcha. Oh shit. Oh damn.
This tree is a little dry though. But it do hit. Isn't that wild though when somebody starts coughing? How the other person starts coughing? Just like yawns and stuff. Sometimes.
You're like, fuck it. Shit.
I think I was paying so much attention.
Damn, she fucked up. It's fucked up.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I done died so many times on this channel. I had times where I was talking. There was people on the show talking to me. talking back, took a hit, and I had to stop for like 5 minutes. Like, oh, I'm sorry. Every time I try to say a word.
Trying to get myself back from whatever the fuck I'm. Excuse me.
Still want some? But yeah,
we fall down.
as you're saying about cannabis, yeah, we still talking about weed. The other times and the colors and stuff, I just don't want to forget about that, cause that was interesting. I never had that much of an experience off of weed.
Right. I mean, I remember for some reason where like the first like maybe initially when I realized I was high or something. Oh my goodness! Like from like when we were smoking, right? Like, all right, this is my first. I don't know. I was like watching them and also it was a little. It was maybe he was about 7. No. Maybe I think he could have been like 14. No, I was like 4. No. I was like 17.
I would say 14.
No, I wouldn't. Yeah, so he was 12. He had to be somewhere around here. Or he could have been all right older, but he had
the pack.
He was somewhere. He looked like he could have been 8. But
that's Philly for you though. That's
and there
Philly.
was a couple of 8-year-olds that were there that was helping us roll it.
Whoa. I missed that scene. But like I said, that's Philly.
Because this was a
that's Philly for you.
Philly. Like Red Lion Road.
Yeah, I know where that is.
Like Somerton.
I was from in the 23rd and Diamond, so that see a lot of kids do it. I've seen kids robbing people.
That's crazy.
Can't even say their names. I was about to say their names.
They had it. Like, damn. Sorry, kid.
But that's why we're talking about these psychedelics and plant medicines in a different light. Even though we're starting with cannabis, which is what a lot of people get introduced to. But this colors and everything, that was cool. Yeah, you never said it actually.
Well, no, I mean...
They just popped up? Did you feel a certain vibration or something ringing in the air, or was it just...
Well...
ta-da.
Well, it's like... Yeah, just, the same thing, like...
It just was normal.
It's like when you realize that, like, you look at the light and then you see like a bunch of little dots everywhere and shit.
That's cool. That's interesting though, because that stopped happening, right?
I guess
like it didn't just happen now.
I guess,
or is it?
Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Cool.
But I guess when yeah, it's like the same thing like what Deepak was saying. Like when he said, well, people assume that Deepak Chopra, that he did a documentary.
The Indian guy.
The documentary,
yeah.
About psychedelics
on Netflix.
But he is into healing. But he was he said a lot of times people assume that after the peak that there after this peak that the trip would be over, but there's
journey continues.
Yeah, there is no like, oh, come down. I mean, there is a come down. There's like the trip is what we're experiencing. Like the trip, but life is a trip. So this is just like whatever we're learning, whatever we collect, that is life. What's important is how we decide that what would be good for us to like um
Just went.
oh yeah, for us to like manipulate maintain our character, for us to have a certain order that we carry. So we capacity. We have to process. We have to go through different what as developing our character. Um, you know, doing things that adds up, things that make that
makes
have
sense.
value. Yeah, like have like certain kind of
Comfortable for your type of foot.
yeah,
Got foot problems, make sure you
like,
get good shoes.
right.
Uh-huh. Yeah, our experience is catered towards us, even when it don't feel like it. Would you say that? Even when it don't feel like that, the experience is catered towards our
Right.
experience and our like fulfillment, our ultimate fulfillment. Even if it is an ultimate fulfillment, even if it just keeps on going forever. He's gonna reach all these. I'm just going off what you're saying. Reach all these valleys and peaks and stuff like that. Yeah, going up and down.
Right. So like as for like that, it's that too.
Whatever song is playing at the time. Like, all right, what's this song bringing out? What reality is this in tune, or what reality is it creating? Literally, the music and vibrations.
Right.
I got another question for you. First time running into mushrooms. What did you think about them at first? Like, did you know what you was getting into? Was you like, oh, I'm prepared, or was you like, I don't know what this is?
I'm not gonna
Light
think
up another
about
one.
my very first. Particularly, I think mushrooms. Oh yeah, I remember I did have one experience that was prior to when I had mushrooms here in Chico from you.
Allegedly.
Yeah,
I'm just playing.
I had a 1/4. I remember first we tried some, like
Who was you with?
decided to make somebody that this but it
I got a dime
near-
amount. I don't know the kid.
is that a is liver on yeah um yeah we got some. I had some like basically express a little bit
Over the
smoke-
blunt.
Yeah.
You
I don't know,
smoked
he
it.
said- yeah. He said, I don't know. I was like, well, I thought that it was really thoughtful. That was my idea. To be honest, be straightforward. Like that idea I came up with.
No, I actually tried doing that at one point in my career. I tried sprinkling it on the blunt to see what it would do.
Well, yeah, in that way too. It's like, well, I care about my joint. I care about mushrooms, and I'm like, how about let's, do like a
Combine
sacred
the two.
fusion? Like, yes, like I'll just season. I mean, he seasoned his joints. I think that it probably came just from that, whatever it was. I mean, whatever. Eventually started buying like rose petals and a rose herb, different herbs shit to put in his. It was good. Wow.
I heard of that rose petals and stuff.
Right.
I heard somebody trying to make fun of that on Facebook. Say, yo, look, some people smoking rose petals. Just get better weed. But it is all herbs and stuff. I saw a rose blunt. That's what it was. They used it as the blunt wrap. And it was all red and stuff. It looked interesting though. But you said it tastes good?
Yeah, you taste it. It's, like a fragrance.
Cool. But yeah, you smoked it. Did you feel anything? Or was it?
See, that was the thing. I'm not sure what was for me. I feel like I kind of like passed by it. I don't feel like I had really the mindset to process. State where it wasn't.
Or would you just have known if it would have kicked in though?
Yeah, there was anything to that seemed to have kicked basically, but something he felt like he was just okay, like
Here we go. Down to L. Billy Slang. Bang bang.
That's the mystery. Okay.
That's cool. When I smoked it, I didn't really feel anything. And then I ran across all these articles saying, "Oh, you smoking fungal spores and stuff like that. You don't want that in your lungs."
Right.
I was like, But I heard a couple people that came on the channel and said that they tried to smoke mushrooms. But no, you can just eat them. You just pop them in your mouth. And that's it.
Well enough. But,
I remember the other time.
I don't remember it. In that experience, I apologize for cutting.
No, go ahead.
Because I wanted to know. Well, because it was weird though because there was still the amount that was. I was trying to figure out was it like the fact that I shared it, was I supposed to eat the whole thing? I was like, for some reason in that experience it just so like not so
it's chilling. The vibes was just chill. Didn't take enough to abrupt your reality. You was already probably chilling.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So I'm like, maybe it was just that, in that way. So pretty much. That was my day. That was. Yeah, or
could
whatever.
be a lot of
but
things.
Either way, his stories was, oh yeah, whoa, well, he was like, oh really? So you ain't tripping?
Oh.
I was like, I don't. He had a different experience. He was like, I was fucked up. He had something he enjoyed about it. So I guess that they did work. So that's fine. I mean, like that's good that it's like that's good that he had. Happy that part came out right. So,
it do happen like that sometimes.
That's a good point.
Yeah. I'm thinking of the other time. I'm not gonna name the person name where we got it from, but we was with Patrick. Remember we bought an eighth? I don't know that kid. I remember we split that eighth. They was real skinny mushrooms. They didn't do anything but make my stomach hurt. Like I know, I remember we was all sitting on the couch.
I remember that. That was the very first.
Yeah, that's what I thought you was gonna say, but I thought that happened before this. So I was like, oh, I ain't never heard this story. I thought we had the first time.
Oh, yeah.
With Patrick.
You're right. Wow.
It did a little something for a bit, but we
just chilled, just chilled out, with whatever the mode was, whatever we was doing, But it was like I felt like more so like a body, like altered, like it was.
Yeah, we definitely was sitting like this.
Yeah, it was indoors. We was already settled. We was already settled, so we was already doing whatever we was doing. We done split it 3 ways, right? So that was the thing. So yeah, it was the part of the dope. I don't know.
Yeah, and
It was so much that was going on.
Yeah.
We're already like out there. That's one factor.
And they was skinny too. And they was it was the eighth, but they was some. I never ran across mushrooms again that had that skinny of a stem. But I just remember my stomach hurting, and us really trying to go for it. That was my very
first experience with mushrooms.
Yeah, it was mine too.
Psychedelic.
It was, yeah. You know, I just thought about that too. It
so
was.
maybe my mentality is just already.
I always thought it was the second time when I was by myself and I was on my way to the park, and then I turned back around because I wanted to go into the darkness. Because I wanted to, I said, yo, this is really turning up pretty good. I said, I want to take advantage of this. But then it was that time, and I remember walking home that night. That was an experience that I can't really remember. But that was the first official time. And then again, later, we tried the acid. From the same guy, the same supplier brought. And with Patrick.
Oh, God.
No, was Patrick there the first time? No, I did it with Patrick the first time. It was just me and him, and we went on 2 journeys. Y'all heard about that. It was wild. It was wild. That's going up West Philly and stuff like that when I just wanted to go to the park. But the first time it was night. The first time it was cool. It was nighttime. I was playing the guitar, and when I played strum, all the colors was changing around me to the vibration of the tune I was playing, and all the houses looked like cartoons. That was the first time I seen everything not look like how I'm used to seeing with my regular eyes. And the therapeutic effects of it. My thoughts were starting to come together. I started feeling sure of myself. All these traumas and stuff started coming together and making sense. And I just felt on top of the world. Because with acid, it don't really teach you things, but it like just put you on top of things, and you just see the higher perspective. Like you just are the higher perspective, not like you're working through it. Like mushrooms go back and say, oh yeah, you're dealing with this and this. It was like I wanted to write a bunch of books. I remember saying, this how them white people, that's what they was on when they was writing all them books. I was thinking about Aldous Huxley and stuff and Brave New World, which I wound up being right about. I didn't even know he did acid. But I was like so inspired by that book in high school about the world he created. And then I was like, it just so all the dots was connecting as usual. Because you know, that's not my bottle. How we curate things. I'm used to being the only one up here. I'm like, wait, the only bottle? I was right here. There we go. That alkaline pH 9.5. But yeah, that was the first time. And then with you, that was the second time. Remember? Showed up. With the tabs. I was like, hey.
What, when we were at the
like I think I'm ready.
There was there was an experience that I remember where we were at somewhere in Fairmount Park.
Yeah, I was talking about leading up to it. Remember he showed up and he was like, hey, I got a tab, you should take a tab too. It was like 1 a.m.
Oh, that's how we got there.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It was like 1 a.m.
Like, hey yo,
and I was
brother,
like,
hey yo, bro,
I'm tired.
Hey yo.
But once you saw that I wasn't taking it, you said, I'm just gonna go and take it. I said, all right, I'm gonna babysit. I'm gonna go in this journey too, but I'm not gonna take anything. It was my fear as well. I wasn't well versed in that, and I was like, I don't know what's gonna come out of me. I gotta make sure that everything is cool because we're gonna just go to the park and walk around. And it wound up being cool though.
Right. So that's crazy. Oh, so that. So if I showed, I had it. I'm wondering, where did I go with Patrick before?
I don't know.
I know.
I just remember after that we went to Fairmount Park. Do you remember any of that?
Yeah. Well, yeah. There was like this bench. It was really interesting. Like I was talking about something
And you trace it in the sand.
Yeah, sure.
Drawing stars and whatnot. It was a fun experience. It was a fun experience. Ryan getting in touch with being like saying you as a magician and stuff like that. And the wall experience. Remember that? That was funny. Putting your hand on the wall on the bridge.
Oh.
And saying how heavy it was.
I remember that. Wow. That's what I'm saying. That's and then you just reminded me.
They just say, yo, this stone is heavy enough to hold up this whole bridge, and it's like thanking the stone for doing its job. It was cool.
I mean, I'm glad when I'm able to remember or tune in parts of being, to be able to tune into something that is so being able to appreciate or show appreciation for certain things. Sometimes I don't have the words.
Mm-hmm. A lot of us don't. I don't
always think of what's going on, but just it's good when I do come to those points where I get to just, all right, well, this is doing pretty good, and I can try to embrace it more, figure out how the situation, figure out how things, acknowledged and embraced,
used in our daily life, routines.
Used in a way that we know that is we're giving light to it. We're actually giving to it. This is a good thing. And just like actually like
like the foundation.
Yeah, just working with it, building onto it and all that stuff.
No, that's what we do. We find things that work and we build and remix off of it. And that's what's been awesome about 2020 to the whole world. I'm seeing about the change that had to be made and remixing what's been given to us and what we have and the power we have in the change. Killing you again? Got you.
I had to.
There you go, some water. Some good tree, folks. You can take a break from it too.
I mean, it's Lord. I just had to kick.
Got her in tears. But yeah. Mushrooms is an exciting experience to get into. That's acid we were talking about. Acid in the past. That was some fun times.
Yeah.
There was a couple of experiences just riding the bikes and stuff. And just the way that they have you, that it has you thinking for the first time. It's like you thinking thoughts for the first time. Fresh ideas and things that actually, like you said, still got you.
Yes.
That actually help you. Like you said, we build up off things that work at one point, and then we say, hey, this worked before, and then let's build on that and put it on to this pedestal, this kind of stage, so that now people can see it in this light, like you said, show it in a certain light, so then it can be used by other people, and that they can get inspirations from it, like becoming an icon, inspiration, inspiriting others, doing the thing. Mm-hmm. Like doing the job as like a creator. Literally on it, like while you on stage, I can't help but create. That's the thing that acid had me in, just ultimate creative mode. While you on stage acting, create while you acting, improvise. Mm-hmm. Improvise on top of that, improvise. It's always something. Like, why settle? Unless you're just trying to smile and appreciate what you got for the moment. Right. So yeah, times is wild. Times is wild. Even with what's your wildest, say your coolest, most intricate mushroom experience that you're willing to talk about? psilocybin mushroom experience?
Well, something
Or DMT?
something that's really interesting that I just thought about, is just that acting, like just everything is about it, improvise, you just go with it, right? But it's just like, every so often, well, there was this one moment. This was with acid when we were walking. This was with you and me at like some type of it was a Schuylkill River, so we were like walking past like a bridge.
Yeah, near the zoo.
Yeah, and it was like noticing.
But on the other side. Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah, on the other side and closer to West Philly part. Like before you cross over the bridge, the water part.
Mm-hmm.
Like you like go off to the side where that big mansion house was at.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Something like that.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Like we walked past. Like it was I forget the name of the park. It was
I was about to say Bidwell Park. That's out here in Chico. It was all Fairmount Park to me in Philly.
It was a fountain. It has a near the tracks. It's
Benjamin Parkway.
No, it's like it's down like where
The art museum.
Well, it would be like closer to like where Lemon Hill is, but like where the
Don't
tracks,
stress too much.
The tracks.
Yeah.
It's a park. I forget the name. and it got the pond and all that stuff. It's oh man.
Don't stress too much about it.
No, it's well yeah, but either way, we was talking about just where how things are like a effect of another thing, how we're just apart, like we're just walking like on the same ground that like people like made. I started literally just started like as like the trees and like different like the fence and like the different things that we were walking past was like creating like patterns that like show like created like this experience of like seeing like how like people, it just somehow I was able to like read like the shadow,
The code.
yeah,
Read the code of the Matrix.
yeah,
See what was going on.
yeah.
The patterns on top of patterns. It's the patterns, bro. You gotta see, open your
And
third
that's why I
eye.
started talking about fairies and stuff. I'm like, oh, fairies do this. I'm like, yeah, it gets.
They do. They do. Hey, what's up, Rape the Matrix? I ain't see you in there. And greetings, Manford Maximus and Hiru Natesh. How's it been, Rape the Matrix? Manford said greetings from Europe.
We come in peace.
But yeah, that's the thing about reality. The patterns that we see, we put out for ourselves. Like it's a code that's just a living code at that. But something that can be figured out, or not figured out, but just seen, witnessed, experienced. Not really brought back into words. Mostly art, though. That's why I was bringing up art a lot. How important art is for the scene, and to captivate these thoughts, to captive all these ideas and thoughts that we have and put it out. Especially now in a business type mindset, where it's going to get out there and not just whether in the shadow or the wind or something, but have an impact because it's a reality we creating. Like that's what the mushrooms be showing. Had told me one time, like it's a reality that we in, and when we thinking, and that's how I am now. When we thinking, it's a reality, and we paint a picture, like this picture of my daughter right here, like she's like literally right there.
Yeah, you did ask me about mushrooms. You literally asked me how about mushrooms, and I said, well, another experience about
acid and stuff. Yeah,
that was pretty deep.
Extreme.
You know, for something that is, you know, a man-made, like completely man-made construct.
But not completely though. It's still derived from ergot.
Yeah,
which is which is grown.
It's still particular elements that are really significant.
You heard about the witch stories and stuff back then, about the Salem witch trials and everything.
Right.
How they killed them, but they thought that it was off of ergot, and that they was actually like having these LSD like type experiences, and they were trying to relate it to their Christian Brotherhood or the Puritans. I think that's what they were called. And they was like, hey, that's the devil. And then they straight up hung them, like literally.
Right.
That's why I like that show Paranormal we was watching. That was about the Salem witch trials. That girl that was the ghost and stuff, she was a kid that was killed during the trials. It was like, wow. So yeah. These things all come from plants is what I'm getting at. They still have a derivative from plants. They just worked around with our alchemy and stuff. How I look at it. Worked around with our alchemy. Made into something different.
Right. Yeah. It's all different elements.
The LSD do seem more mechanical. Like your mushrooms is more feelingly. Like organic. I don't even want to say organic, but
more organic.
It's more flowy.
Authentic. It's the flow, like the organicness. Like it's just like the process of it is, not really it's natural, So
comes up from the dirt. Right. No added ingredient, just dry it out, or you can eat it fresh. That's the awesome thing about mushrooms. Shout outs to everybody making it legalized everywhere. Or just having the regular conversations in your house like we have it now. And that's why I like that we having these, because then people can listen to these and be like, oh, we can just talk about whatever. Even if the mushroom conversation pop up, or weird conversations about dreams and out-of-body experiences and ways about living, like, hey, it's just something to talk about, something to tie on. But I like that they coming across to being used as a medicine. Can you talk about that? Like the therapeutic effects?
Excuse me.
Let it out.
Well, I mean, well, it's all therapy.
Yeah, true.
There's different things that I noticed. Well, like where when with mushrooms or cannabis, acid, whatever it is, naturally, I found that we process in like cycles, right? Like, which is we're living out cycles. However, whatever pace, of span, whatever we come up with as time. So,
you see with those cycles,
right. So as something that would give you a certain a certain enough connection with a certain element, like when you have like enough serotonin, like connections, or
That's me. Happy thoughts going through your head.
Yeah. However, with the connections,
however they play out.
Yeah, it would give us that chemical,
interaction.
Yeah, it's a different balance, right? So where you get to process on a pace where you can see your thought cycle on different levels, so it helps us reflect, where we can like
like
really
put the mirror right in front of you, literally
recognize how
360 panorama mirror,
like different ways that we process, so it's therapeutic, because that's people reach to particular tools that are really helpful, when it comes to reprogramming.
Reprogramming
when it
your
comes down to
subconscious.
sometimes people come to a point where they feel like they need to reprogram, and psychedelics and different things that help us
Close the door.
recognize things, tune into ourselves, so we get to tune into different frequencies to help recalibrate our frequencies and recalibrate our thought process. That's what, and there's different ways that we can tune into the frequencies that are healthiest for us, the healthy frequencies that we find. We have different ways that works for people, like however religion might work for a person, or like reading, hearing and understanding, being able to comprehend stories from other situations, help give us like some different things to tune into, so people read, sometimes people breathe, try exercise, different exercises that stimulate our nerves and stuff, physical exercises,
yeah, that's what I'm been into for the past 2 years, getting into physical exercise as well as the other things you said. I used to leave that part out. It's like, nah, it's mind, body, and soul. Well, it's mind, soul, and body.
I put in the religion part, and like, belief, and how, like for like somebody to tune into like a certain show or a certain tale, a certain story, helps give us light to, like, how we can help process.
Yeah, it's like you get the chance to be put in their shoes. And like that's what I see with the reprogramming, which in my view, which reprogramming with psychedelics, is like you get to be put in a shoe that's not what you've been experiencing all this time. It's like, all right, I'm over here now experiencing all of this. Now I can like see how it is back there, and I can bring a little bit back into that conscious state and remix it a little bit. I ain't gonna remember everything, but I'm gonna
Right.
do as much, like you're running a antivirus program through your thing, and then trying to update the OS system from like Windows 8 to 10.
Right.
Like, all right, I'm gonna run a new operating system. I'm be able to run my app smoother, do a lot more stuff now at a better pace, and things I couldn't even that I was imagining before. That's the thing, because you can do cool things on older computers. They just take a long time.
Right.
But with new computers, do the same thing, more time, they can do more things.
Right.
And it's like, that's what I'm getting with the reprogramming the psychedelics in my mind and how they work with the neuroplasticity and having things reworked and everything. And it's like, now I'm able to be a lot more efficient. Like, literally, like, I'm taking care of this machine body, flesh. But it's like knowing that it's a machine as well.
Right.
And actually, with this, whatever story we spin on it, because it's all just, I just hear still whatever we say, but on the other side, tuning into this, and it's like being able to get into that experience is, I think, is the magic ticket that separates psychedelics from a lot of other things. Unless you got a near-death experience or a coma or something like that, or you came from a family of magicians and they just taught you everything we experiencing from birth, and not just like one thing all your life, or one religion that just bashed out every religion.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean, like beliefs.
Yeah.
There's different ways that we tune into, like, that we might learn, that we might have like some type of foundation of
Yo, I'm really about to mess this up, but I gotta go use the bathroom.
Oh.
It'll be alright. Hold on. 1 second, sorry. 5 seconds. Be right back, guys.
Well, I should.
Oh my goodness. Why don't you guys do that way?
Okay, well, we should might as well switch because I'm going to take an intermission.
Oh, switch your spots. Hey guys, hopefully y'all liking what's going on. Got special guest Jasmin talking about our mushroom experiencing times. So what a time to be alive. Joe Biden's president. Just Ty has a channel. Rate the Matrix came by. King Guys is alive with his live streams. What a time to be alive. The crew is doing awesome. I thank you guys for coming by. We just taking a quick intermission. She went to go run out for a second. Be right back. But if y'all been tuning in, we've been talking, like I said, we're talking about our magic mushroom experiences we had together in the past. And I'm asking her questions. She had some awesome DMT experiences, dimethyltryptamine, psilocybin mushrooms, and just talking about what they entailed and what happened, and just having regular old conversations. Like y'all know, it's when we come out our mind with our heart, see what our gut mind is saying, connect all those circles, let whatever come out, come out. Go outside, girls. Go outside. Close the door. Thank you. Sorry about that. But yes. I'm happy this is our first physical, well, not, Jamina's been on here, but she don't really show her face. So I can say this is like technically our second guest that we had on the Psy Tai Podcast. Check out the Just Tainow website. I put a lot of work into it and it's growing. If y'all want to help and y'all know how to write articles and things like that, and hey, help build the site, we're going to grow and keep on growing. So check out the Discord for more information on that. But check it out, justtainow.com, www, if you still waste your time putting in that stuff. But just type in justtainow.com and you will find all the latest videos and categorized and everything. As well as, I said, we're going to be placing articles on magic mushrooms, research by different hospitals, and so that you can further your own research. And if you want to grow mushrooms, we're going to have links to them. And just a lot of people's stories and just information and just stories surrounding the experience of the psychedelia. And coming together to not, so that we don't just push out one idea, but to just say, hey, it is what it is, but this is what's really happening, not what's been told before. This is what's going on. And we can have some fun on there. If y'all have any art as well, y'all can submit some art and I will feature them on the page. You can submit your submissions to Discord or justtinow@gmail.com. Justtinow@gmail.com. If you have any art that you want to be on the Just Tie Now website that y'all can check out now, is all up and running. justtinow.com. We've run it. Everything's run up there. The store is coming soon with the hemp products. Got into the CBD business, and I like it because I've been doing CBD. Y'all see me mentioning this for the past 4 or 5 months. Oh, I'm gonna get CBD products out. But in all this time, I love that I didn't really get it out yet, because I just been experimenting and experiencing them in my own reality even more intensely. And I'm loving it, especially when I combine the CBD oil and with the microdose of mushrooms. It allows my anxiety to like be absolute none. So when a problem approaches, because I grew up in the hood in Philadelphia with a whole bunch of things going on that's still working on in me, it allows me to approach problems without the headache, like literally without the headache, but with a clear enough mind state that I know that I'm able to operate in because of who I'm sure I am. So it puts me in my groove, gets me in the vibe, and that's the CBD oil with a microdose of psilocybin mushrooms. Or even if you go deeper into an experience and take bigger doses, 2-3 grams of mushrooms, and have the CBD oil on deck, it allows for a pleasant trip. So when those experiences come up that you're not used to encountering, like I said, the CBD oil kind of gets rid of the headache when encountering a problem. So, and it can help with challenging trips, or help when a trip gets challenging, because that happens in just about every trip. I mean, every experience. Like, we're alive every day. Something happens every day. So let's get with it. But the CBD oil is awesome, and I'm gonna have it as Just Tie Wellness. I probably can actually show y'all the logo. I was working on it. It's Just Tie Wellness, and it's gonna be called CBD oil, CBD oil Max, for maximum strength. But here it is. No. All right, there we go. Take away the star. Let me know what y'all think. Let me go to window capture. Where is it at? Oh, there it is. Illustrator. It's the example that I had. Just Tie Wellness. Well, I actually think I had it like this. Y'all seeing all the inner workings of it. Hey, where is you? Yeah, there it is, right. No, it's still something missing. Yeah, this is not the finished one. Hold on, I got the finished one on Discord. That was me still working around the workaround. Let me show you on Discord. Shouts to Wild Man Ninja showing us his fermented lion's mane. And the mushroom longevity immune modular traditional tonic. I have to ask him what's the... Oh, there it is. He got the ingredients right there. There you go. Thank you, Wild Man Ninja. It says suggested use. 1 water drop is useful. Oh, the ingredients: reishi, shiitake, maitake, lion's mane, turkey tail, cordyceps, acaris, baozai, seaweeds, goji berry, ginger, licorice, mineral salts, organic alcohol, and purified water. Yeah, all this gonna be in the tainow store. I've been working on the powders and trying to find the best ways to get them, and I'm getting the space to grow mushrooms like lion's mane mushroom and cordyceps and everything. And it's on. I love mushrooms. I love eating them. the benefits that they have for me that's I wouldn't believe if somebody just told me. I say, man, I can work my way through it and get to that point. But it's a whole nother story. Whole nother story. Can you close the door? Yeah. Where Jasmine at? Oh, all right. Can you close the door? The music is on. I'm gonna get copyrighted. It's good right now. But yeah, I'm gonna keep talking. Yeah, I got a rap for you. Or I probably don't. All right. As I was saying, the lion's mane. Sorry about the interruption. At the lion's mane and everything, that's the mushroom right there. That Wild Man Ninja and the tonic putting it all together. Hey, you made it back.
Over in the
Here it is.
universe, I don't.
And this the logo
Yeah,
right
like,
here.
nice,
Just how wellness. Don't we do that a lot. Alright, I'm about to change the camera. You cool where you are. There we go. I was just showing them the Just How Wellness logo I was working on. All right, and we are back to how we were in the beginning. Talk about mushrooms galore. But where did we leave off at, actually? I'm just all in the camera walking around. Where did we leave off at? Where did I leave
that's a
that
good
blunt at? How do you view life and stuff? Well, no, we already saying that, but I'm just thinking about life in general. How after psychedelics, looking at life and seeing how things is the cycles. That's where we left off at. You say how you're seeing everything in cycles. I think that's where we left off. That's where.
Right. Yeah.
Leaving patterns. No, that's what the ass.
Right,
Yeah.
Right.
No, I forgot.
No. But yeah, something about patterns. Even forgetfulness. Some of the cycle. Forget. Silliness. Embarrassment. Mistakes. All that stuff. So.
Sometimes we playing the jester, the fool, the magician.
Yeah, sometimes making making a spill or making things work out. Things happen either way.
Whoop. Just like me dropping that camera. I can't stretch. I was trying to stretch it to the middle, but it's connected to the computer, so I can't stretch it too far. But it was just weird. It could look like you was farther away from the camera than I was. So let me move like this. There we go. Just working out the angles. Even though we're an hour into this, stay trippy. Remix on top of remix. When you on stage, improvise. Don't just fall. Don't just stumble now. And that's why I like psychedelics. Like you see the cycles, the patterns, and I see that part of it being the pattern is being the jokes or the fool or it's just part of it. It's how to keep the flow going, or else you be stuck up all tight. Like
that's what I'm saying.
I will never do something like that, or you'll never catch me alive.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All suit and tied up.
You don't know. It don't even matter. It don't even matter because you don't know.
You wouldn't sometimes
unless you're able to be able to process presence. If when you're really in that place of presence where you're okay, you see well there's things this and that and people there's what I want, there's things that might be, there's things that I might not please things that, may what or however or whatever I can or whatever. And so you just, let it breathe. Like, just breathe.
Breathe.
Right? Because that is something that we do, right? Right. Naturally, right? So that's basically what matters.
I know, you gotta make yourself walk.
So so when you are allowing yourself to hang on to just breathing, that is simplifying
all of existence.
Exactly. To breathe, to just the essence of
breath.
Concept of breathing. Yes.
I'm with it.
Right. Right. So,
I'm with it.
Then then that allows you to look at things, from another perspective.
Yeah. And then imagine losing your breath. That's another story. I'm just thinking about psychedelic experience and again, not holding good breath because you're just out of your body completely.
Right.
But yeah, for the story, I know what you're talking about. It makes perfect sense.
Right. So it's like, no matter what, even rather we are, it's the nature, we will, there's something that we can do to help us when we need to flow. That is what will help us, start from one. So, start with breathing. So since, breathing. Okay, there's we'll go from there. And it goes from there,
You can calculate it.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, you see what's up next. Yeah, you're just under breath.
Yeah, exactly. That's like, a way of like, refreshing, recalibrating.
Again, to getting precision, like doing the arrow and stuff. That was in my head, and like trying to aim the bow, and like you take the deep breaths in between you aiming and in between you releasing the bow, so that you can have the most concentration of where you was actually aiming at, and just like, oh, sorry, just like, just straight down the middle. Then eventually get that sharp shooting kind of breath control. I think you ever see them like shoot the cans and stuff real fast, and they be old, but they just like, and it's like just let loose real quick.
Like, no matter what, we are breathe as is. So like rather slow down so much that our next breath is like. We like at a hyper pace, kind of blow off, steam or however.
We're trying to hallucinate, hyperventilating.
However, as we So as we, work on a piece that works for us best,
then you get to where you gotta go.
Right. Then whatever it is, you're allowing a space of you're simplifying yourself. Where the things around what you're doing becomes more. Where
like
kind of weave through whatever you're working on
instead of feeling lost in the picture.
Exactly, it's like I'm in control of whatever is going on.
It's like you don't feel like the character anymore. Like something greater. It's like literally I'm something greater than myself.
Exactly, absolutely. that's what I mean.
I'm something greater than myself.
And when it really gets
but
to the
I
point,
am myself.
when it really gets to
It's
the
all
point where
me.
you know are really you are like the shepherd. So you know um yeah, if you know I can be able to work my way through a situation, I would figure out how to be kind, like figure out how to maneuver through like what works for the situation.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like sometimes I'll like, go into a complete body experience, inner body, or
Inner, outer,
you
something
know,
that's just not this.
just uh, a space of where I stand, where as I'm breathing, not doing like a rain dance with a shaman like across
Across the world.
some Amazon rainforest and on whatever it's like tea, just trying to but just breathing.
And all you needed was you. Was the
Right.
breath.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's religion, there's substance. What we eat, what our physical actions, and breathing is a big one.
Center of it all, really.
Right. Yeah, pretty much.
Don't breathe,
Yeah,
you can't do none of that.
Just breathing. If whatever, and while I'm nervous or whatever, whenever it comes to that point that I remember so much to the point where I say, internet, God, or whatever the source of whatever type of light or enlightenment or insight or what like ever you know type of sight that would give me so I would just
Hey, you probably don't got the word. You gotta put in perfect English. No pressure.
yeah, well, so in a situation that will bring me whatever situation, whenever I would get the idea that I would just know, okay, just breathe. Whenever I would just like somehow get this spark or this remembrance or whatever it is, this insight or whatever, or a word, voice or whatever. Breathe. Okay, and then whatever in the world, I'm serious. Like, I'd rather is get through the store in a timely manner. Whatever it is, I kept on my mind. If I like breathe that concept, if I say timely manner or whatever, and then it's like breathe it.
That means that that means you're gonna make your spell work.
The promise. Amen. Like
not
that,
just getting
like
lost
magic.
in a situation, like you got out of it real fast and like then work back into it.
Ta-da.
However it works, yeah, ta-da.
It works. So it is
The
like
proven
that.
method.
So yeah. But so I'm like, okay. Yeah, when I breathe, like even really weird, complicated scenarios where maybe trying to I'm trying to work out a deal or something for something I want, like I'm trying to buy something, and like somebody's like, okay, well, I'm selling it to somebody, but they don't want it. And it's like, why won't you sell it to me or something, whatever you're going through. You're like, I need this, whatever is going on. You're trying to be convincing, and it's just like this gatekeeper that of whatever it is that you're trying to do. Right.
Yeah, it do come off as a gatekeeper.
Right. But it's just like, you're literally breathing, and then for some reason it's like, you're allowing that person to you're also bringing that person into your bubble that you created, a bubble,
your field of experience,
right, of insight, of your
field
process.
of insight, yeah, experience it yet.
You're giving that person, your information actively, and allowing that person to process what it is, and it's also a modest process in a way where we would be able to.
Hold on, let me see what's going on here. I'm listening.
We breathe, and as we breathe in and out, we would be sharing a collective, equal, honorable respect with each other. Like, it's give and take, so I'm as a person would they have a story, they have the situation that they're processing, what
it seemed like
what the components are of their situation.
And it always seemed like it's part of the story. Sometimes it seemed like you was part of the story and part of a bigger story.
Right.
That seemed like it's stuff not in front of your face.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. And that's part of the process, and that people get lost in.
You're like
be called mentally ill, and so they got mental problems and sickness and stuff like that.
In the world. But
like,
they're different sides.
We're like multi-dimensional beings and stuff.
What?
Yeah, and who knows what's really going on in their psyche?
President, but who's?
But not anymore.
Right.
Joe Biden now. I was gonna bring that up, but you brought it up. Yeah, 2020 Earth Dimension C45. Joe Biden is president.
Right,
well, we'll see. We still got till August.
This is it. All right. No, I mean,
but a lot of people are overjoyed, and a lot of people are not overjoyed.
Whatever. People,
that's the playing field, though. Overjoyed and joy. That's how it's supposed to be. It's millions of people on Earth. Not everybody gonna feel the same.
Right. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, we're all so one.
It's funny how it was coming to me. Is it funny how you can be the same but not feel the same?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're all the same
absolutely.
human, but we don't feel the same, and that's what create all our why. You get the answer.
Perspective.
Yep. And that creates different experiences that we all counter and collide with, or collapse into and
the
remix.
Recipe.
Yeah, the recipe for the universe. It seems like it's a recipe for disaster, but
exactly.
the universe is chaotic. It's always in some kind of motion, seeing what's going on. They say in like a couple billion years, Andromeda galaxy going to collide with the Milky Way. What the humans here going to do then? If they still in this simulation and those predicted thoughts come into fruition? Is that the galaxy neighboring? Andromeda's our closest galaxy. next to the Milky Way. They say it's going to collide with ours in a couple billion years. Like, things are always going to be changing. What's your view on aliens? You ever see any?
Aliens. Well, the funny thing that I did get about alien one day. And so I thought about the chair. He just seemed like a simple dude, or whatever I wanted to call him.
An alien or a person?
No, it was no.
Bad.
Oh no, it was the chair.
A chair?
But yes, that was the alien to me.
I can rock with that.
However, I suppose it would be more so like, a foreign.
I don't know why it would be a chair.
Right, it would just
Why
be
is it
like
a chair?
Yeah, exactly. Like the material, like whatever the extra whatever material that was created of it was unfamiliar
Out of this
enough
world.
to me.
That is the definition of alien, a foreigner, something foreign.
So it looked like alien, and I looked at the table and everything. It was like, okay, well, it's just different minerals. I don't know what that shit is. People make it. I'm glad. Thank you, God, for the jobs that other people have that
Create things like this.
Right. That collaboration. I'm like, I'm glad. Well, all right. Well, we got a table, and yeah. Like I don't always know what everything is in everything that's going on, but it's like, okay, it's there. It's a part of whatever's like. So if there's an alien that just making sure that my ear is shaped right every night and shit, and if he ain't telling me yet, I don't know why. But it's like, I'm gonna just do the best I can to be me.
Makes sense. That's all we can do. Is be ourselves and how we encounter in situations. I try to act like other people do. You can try that too.
Oh my God! Stop! No.
That, like that. This has been awesome so far. I think I'm gonna wrap it up pretty soon. We can come back.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
It's been an awesome time, Jasmin. Thanks for coming on.
Cool.
Coming through. Do. It's been a long time coming. She's supposed to be on here 4 months ago, 5 months ago. But we here now, and as magicians do, we're never late or early. Everything is right on time. Shouts to Gandalf.
Alright.
This has been Ty. Saying we all tie, but do we really tie? Sometimes I don't know, dude. Sometimes I really don't know. Keep your eyes open. Stay woke. Remix that word woke right in the comments below what you remix it to. I say stay on the Ty side. Stay terrific.